morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to have a look at what's going on over in China. You see, there's some unexpected products which I did not expect to see coming, which I'm actually particularly interested in, but also they've gone and made an official announcement about banned players, which is not something we're used to seeing at all. This is not something that happens in the West, in UK, US, Europe, etc. This is just not the done thing. We don't have official announcements of banned players. We've all heard the rumours of players being banned, and we've seen players posting on Twitter about them having been banned, but an official announcement from Pokemon on the official website? That's weird. Here's what we've got. Regarding the handling of illegal players, now this is Google Translator, so bear with me, alright? In the 2023 Pokemon Card Masters Shanghai. At the 2023 Pokemon Card Masters Shanghai, held on December the 16th to 17th, we found that many players had the following violations. When a player participates in the competition, he deliberately adds cards from his hand to the card library deck that should not be added to the card library, which is an act of cheating. This behaviour seriously affected the fairness of the Pokemon card event, so we disqualified the player and disqualified him from participating. At the same time, because the player had been punished for violations in past official events, the player's personal account will be banned for 2 years for competing in the official events. And it actually starts on Christmas Day, so, I mean, downside, that's a pretty rubbish Christmas present. You know, you're banned from playing Pokemon. But on the upside, in 2025, it's the opposite Christmas present. You're allowed to play again. This is basically like an in-game violation. This is not following the game state. This is, you know, putting cards where they shouldn't be. And they've been banned for that. Now, they've not been named, I should say, of course. They're not naming the players banned, but they are saying this is what's happened, and they are being banned for it. And there's more. 2 players used other people's identity accounts to participate in the event. 1 player voluntarily admitted the violation and deeply reflected on it. So his personal identity account and the account used for the competition will be separated in the next 6 months. Basically, it looks like they've been banned for 6 months. The account and personal identity of the other player will be banned for a year. So they're basically saying, look, the 2 people basically pretended to be somebody else to enter the competition. One of them admitted it and deeply reflected, love that phrasing, they get a 6-month ban. The person who didn't admit to it got a year ban. So I suppose this is one of those best to hold your hands up when you get the opportunity kind of scenarios. And now it doesn't go into too many specifics. Why did they use somebody else's account? I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it was a case of that they weren't allowed to enter, or there was, I don't know, there's a million different reasons why you would need to. But for whatever reason, they did. Many players filled in game results that were inconsistent with the facts without authorization during the competition, which affected the seriousness of the events, and basically they've been banned for 6 months. So that's people filling in the match slip wrong, essentially. Whether that's coercing somebody into a concession or whatever it might be, that's essentially what's gone on. It's, yeah, not the kind of thing I was expecting to see. But they've gone and put it on the official website, presumably as a little bit of a warning, as a kind of, yeah, please don't do this. The competition points of the above players will be cleared. The results of matches will no longer be changed, obviously. We will place the players ranked above the above players in order. Basically, the results can't be changed anymore, but the standings have been changed to reflect the banned players. And it aims to provide a fair and safe environment for everybody, etc., etc. Yeah, we know the deal with this. It was interesting to me that they've gone and outlined, not the players, but they've gone and outlined the offences, what people have done and how long a ban that's led to. It's an interesting point of transparency, which I was not expecting to see. Something else I was not expecting to see was this Korrina playmat. I adore this Korrina playmat. This Korrina playmat is absolutely amazing, and I love it. It's amazing artwork. We've got Hawlucha there. I love Hawlucha. I have a little Hawlucha model on my desk when I'm editing, and I've used Hawlucha in a bunch of events. One of my favourite cards ever was a Hawlucha, and there is a Mean Shao there. who, to be fair, I did play Mean Xiao for a while and had a bit of success with it. Why do I not have this playmat? Now, I know what you're thinking. Hang on a second, Wassy. Is this not a new playmat? And the answer is, well, it's a little bit weird. A while ago, over in Japan, and it was a while ago because you'll see what we're getting at here, we had the Single Strike Master, Rapid Strike Master Korrina box. And that came with, amongst other things, a Korrina deck box and a set of Korrina sleeves, and an entire booster box of both Single Strike Master and Rapid Strike Master. It was one of those products that I really wanted, but it was expensive, and it was expensive to import. And I think I actually tried to get it at one point and failed, and it was a bit of a pain, alright? It wasn't the easiest product to get hold of. And I love Korrina, she's one of my favourite gym leaders, but also I love Mean Xiao and I love Hawlucha, and I've got really nice memories of them in the Pokemon TCG. So, yeah, that was kind of awesome. But for whatever reason, I missed out. And that was a little bit sad. Well, now it's coming back over in China, and it does include a playmat as well. I'm doing some digging. I'm trying to find out if the playmat was ever released over in Japan. Sleeves and deck box, incidentally, are coming out in China. They have been confirmed. They are basically exactly the same as the ones in Japan. I can't absolutely promise they're indistinguishable. There's a chance there's some copyright stuff which is a little bit different, some little markings on there somewhere. But to all intents and purposes, oh, wait, no, I'm lying to you. I'm lying, ladies and gentlemen. They are landscape rather than portrait. Now, they are the exact same artwork. Here's a clean look at the artwork I got from Gallarian.com. Look how amazing the artwork is. They are the same sleeves and deck box in terms of design, no argument there. But they're actually different because they are landscape, not portrait, which I find very interesting. They've literally taken the exact same piece of art, and it is a wonderful piece of art, and they've then kind of changed it. They've changed the orientation, which I find interesting. And they've added a playmat, which I'm struggling to find this playmat having been released in Japan. I'm still doing some digging to figure out if it was released in Japan, but regardless, if it was, it's been gone a while. All this stuff's been gone a while in Japan. Picking this stuff up in Japan is awkward and hard to get hold of. Now they're just being released in China and it's all good. As always, if you do want to try and pick this stuff up, do remember you can just use shipping.com and use the code PTCGradio15, and then you can buy from anywhere in the world. You can buy from Chinese sites and it will all be very, very good. I want this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I think I might have to go and order this, honestly. I missed out first time round, but the sleeves, deck box, playmat combination for Korrina here. And it's not even Korrina, it's Korrina with the two Pokemon that she's got that I've used the most in the TCG. Like, Korrina's known for having Lucario. Could not care less about Lucario. Not in a mean way, just don't care, honestly. Don't have any real connection to Lucario. Doesn't matter to me at all. Absolutely do care, however, about Hawlucha and Mean Xiao. So yeah, I would very much like to have these. That would make me happy. Same thing with like the matchup line. Don't care. Sorry. Now, the other thing we've got coming around is, well, actually, there's a couple of extra things, I should say, including this Tyranitar stuff. Yeah, it's a Tyranitar storage box. You keep stuff in it. It can hold 750 cards, or if they're sleeved, about 400 cards. It's fine. It's a cardboard storage box with Tyranitar on it. And I'm not saying that's bad. I'm saying that, honestly, I've just shown you the awesome Korrina stuff, and this just does not really appeal to me. What does appeal far more, however, are the sleeves and deck box featuring the Gallarian birds. These are awesome. They're all featured on the sleeves quite prominently, although the colourblind among you like me might take a minute to spot Gallarian Moltres, and they are actually all on the deck box as well, including an Altaria for some reason. But the front of the deck box is very much, yo, I'm Gallarian Zapdos. Cool. Sounds good to me. Again, they are landscape rather than portrait, which seems to be apparently a thing they're doing in China at the moment. It's very cool. And what else is very cool is the Pokemon card collection book. It's a binder. that can hold up to 240 cards and features the same artwork of the Gallarian birds and is genuinely awesome. So yeah, I kind of like this. Honestly, right, for me, the Korrina stuff is what I'm really interested in, and I spent a lot of time just searching around randomly on the websites of all the different Pokemon territories, seeing if anything cool is happening, and when I checked the Chinese site yesterday and I found out that the Korrina stuff is coming back, I was like, hang on a second, this makes me very excited. Then I found an announcement that a bunch of players have been banned detailing why they'd been banned, and that was a little bit weird to me. So there we go. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me how excited you are. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. Oh, and of course get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely It's a Coaster, who is one of our supporters on Patreon, one of the most active members over in the Discord, and a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing is always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.